Aloha! I'm going to show you how the thunderstorm on the night of Monday, October 23rd, 2017, in my perception, was an engineered storm. The storm caused massive blackouts because of the intense lightning around the island and was one of the largest blackouts of the decade, so it was no insignificant storm. The storm also caused massive flooding because of the intense rain that damaged the Iao Valley and other parts of the island. So this is a colorized infrared image of the Hawaiian Islands, of the weather system above it on that date. And what I'm going to show you is a series every half hour, every click. It's going to show you the sequence of what happens. Now there's two densities. There's these gray clouds here, which is the standard tropospheric lower level clouds. That are moving in the trade wind direction. And this colorized stuff is what I'm calling stratospheric aerosol clouds. They're in the stratospheric wind direction where there's not supposed to be clouds. And you'll watch in the sequence what happens. So what you see is off the coast right here, off the coast between Kauai and Oahu, suddenly a big aerosol explosion happening coming from a point source right out here in the ocean. You can see where the point source is happening right there, and boom, within 2 hours it engulfs Oahu and Maui County. And then you watch it slowly move in the direction of Big Island, about the speed that a boat would go. So watch the movement as it goes. And now you see this point right here is when we're getting our extreme weather patterns and our lightning is happening. And it continues across and goes over by the Big Island and then starts to break up. So let me back that up and show you that sequence again. So if you look at the color scheme down here, green is the most intense. It's either the highest, the thickest, or the most reflective. In my perception, in this case, it's the most reflective because it contains nanoparticles of aluminum, barium, strontium, and other metals that we've been able to measure in the aerosol clouds. And they're highly reflective, which is why it dominates the screen. So infrared sees either heat or reflectivity. So if you notice the most intense color, the green appears right here in the screen. At this point here, you see the green color and the intensity right here. And you see it's like a point source. It's like a chimney going off in the ocean, which is rising up and going in the stratospheric wind direction. Now, this is the stratospheric winds. Stratospheric winds go generally from the west to the east around the northern hemisphere. And out here in Hawaii, our trade winds generally go from the east to the west, the other direction, or from the northwest. So you'll see right here the intense green, most intense color from a fresh aerosol as it's going across the island and moves across through the night. The time down there is universal time. We're 10 hours different from that. And as it moves across the island, you see intense flow going all the way across here as it moves across the island, causing the intense storm. Now, what's interesting, the lightning that we saw that night was blue in color. Natural lightning is not blue, it's white. Blue lightning indicates aluminum burning because that's the color that aluminum burns when it oxidizes. And it shows aerosol lightning because natural lightning is not blue in color, it's white, and everyone experienced who saw it, the blue-colored lightning storm. So now what I'm going to do is give you a bird's eye picture from a bigger area and kind of show you what else was going on in that time period. Okay, let's open it up to the total northwest picture. So this is the big picture of the islands. If you notice, Hawaii's not the only place getting engineered. You see the same point source happening out here in this area in the ocean to the northwest of Hawaiian Islands, with a long string of aerosol clouds moving toward British Columbia. Now you see that aerosol explosion happening. I'm reporting from a boat moving across the island, and that is also heading toward the British Columbia area. And you see another one, it looks like in this area, like adding to it, with the main intention of that slamming into the northwest of Canada. Now you also see a bunch of aerosol explosions down at 10 degrees latitude, which is intertropical conversion zone. It's a place where you see a lot of updrafts and storm activity. But in this case, when you see the green, in my experience, and this intense, sudden, large creation of a cloud, which travels for thousands of miles, which is not natural. That's just not a natural tropospheric cloud. And you see it joining the same cloud system here that was heading toward the northwest. A funny spiral happening out here in the middle of the ocean, and all this continued aerosol cloud. Now my guesstimate boat is on the other side of Big Island and is continuing to put out aerosols which are heading toward British Columbia. So if you'd like more information about this, go to mauiskywatch.org. There's a good primer explaining what the aerosol clouds and the stratospheric geoengineering is all about. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.